He looked good. He looked normal. You know, he looked like had a better understanding of what he could do. You know, after yesterday, and he was moving very well.
Something you and Andy White have been saying for a long time is that the communication needs to get better out on the court and talking more amongst you guys. Well, having him, running the offense, if he's, facilitating.
Well, yeah, I mean, offensively, it's not really about communicating. I think defensively, you really got to communicate a lot on the fly, just talking to each other out on the floor. Offensively, we just move, just run the lanes and move, and, Steve puts everybody back in their kind of their natural positions. Dwight can get a lot rolling to the basket and dunks and easy opportunities.
What does he do specifically for you?
He puts me into more of my scoring role. But I don't have to worry about facilitating too much, and it spends a lot of energy for me to do. You have to bring the ball up and score. So now I don't really have to do that. I just have to focus on putting the ball in the basket.
How can Steve cut down on the turnovers and also kind of like balancing the court with the pieces on offense help you guys on defense?
Well, I mean, turnovers obviously, cuts down a lot of transition opportunities for the other team. Still in all, we're going to have to bust our ass to get back defensively, make sure we have good floor balance. Especially if we're taking long shots. Long shots get the long rebounds, and so we got to make sure we're in position at all times. At least have two guys back, to help with our floor balance a little bit.
You've been impressed by how Meta handled, coming off the bench first game.
Yeah, I'm impressed, but I'm not surprised. He's always been a good team guy, since he's been here. So I'm not surprised by it. I think it's a good example of everybody kind of sacrificing for the team.
Kobe, Mike said he's kind of weighing, Meeks and Eubanks to get the shooting and the speed of Jody versus kind of Devin's length. Does that kind of change what you might do in the starting lineup, just depending on the skill set of the guys?
I just think it changes my defensive assignments. You know what I mean? Meta normally is taking the top guard on the other team. I'll probably have responsibility that'll fall on me at the start of the game. But either or, I think you're gaining something with each guy. It's just different.
Just the fact that when Jody plays, presumably the looks are even more open for him. What do you think that does for the spacing and all that?
Well, it stretches the floor quite a bit. There's something teams obviously have to address, with him in the game because he's such a knockdown shooter.
With Steve coming back, what do you think that does specifically for Powell and Dwight, just in terms of looks they're getting, just how the overall offense works?
Well, I think for Powell, Powell really doesn't change too much because he's such a threat. No matter who's running the pick and roll, because he can shoot. You know what I mean? I think with Dwight, opens it up quite a bit because Steve understands the timing of being able to hit the big at the rim and hit the rollers and things like that. And if Dwight's not available, then it's obviously me and Powell on the backside or Jody on the backside. So I think it helps Dwight quite a bit.
Kobe, with Meta possibly playing some power forward, what problems does he pose to other power forwards in the league guarding him?
Well, even though he might not be as big as some of the other power forwards, he's probably more physical than anybody that's going to guard in the post. So he's going to be beating up quite a bit of fours. And obviously at the other end, his ability to handle the ball, get it off the rim and push it it puts a lot of pressure on him.
With as much pressure as you put on yourself defensively, speak about Jody Meeks on the defensive side of the ball. We know what he's doing offensively.
Yeah, he's playing hard. He's playing really hard, and he's able to stay in front of guys, put his body on guys. He's also able to put the ball in jeopardy defensively, knock a couple loose.
Shoot came out yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
People still go crazy for anything Kobe related, but the way they react to your shoot, how does it make you feel? I thought it was your.
Well, it makes you feel like you're doing the right thing, in terms of making sure the shoe is something that people will accept and something that is comfortable and plays extremely well and is very efficient. I mean, we try to improve the shoe every year, and a lot of times we're taking risks and stepping out on a limb, but that's
color. I kid you not. We tweet Kobe has shoes. It's always what color. Why are grown adults being crazy like this?
Well, I mean, we all love shoes, man. We love the new the new sneaker smell. Opening up the new box, and it's been that way since I was a kid, and it hasn't changed for me. So I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way.
I think you said earlier when you were like the way the shoes designed that sometimes you don't even feel like you're wearing it. Like,
Yeah.
What is it about the making of it that makes it feel like?
Well, it's extremely light. Extremely light. It plays very low to the ground, and you know, it's very flexible. So I mean, it literally feels like you're not wearing anything at all.
What does that do for you when you're on the floor?
Well, it makes you lighter. You know, it makes you quicker to react because you don't feel like you're wearing this big old chunky thing on your foot. You know what I mean? It's just it's very efficient.
First year.
No comment.
What color are they for Christmas? Do you have new
Grinch.
You agree?
green and red?
Speaking about big old clunkers, I still have some, I think Kobe 2s my wife got me.
I don't know what you're talking about.